So do you know why I stopped you? This question by police is the single biggest way for you to incriminate yourself on a roadside stop. What's going on, everyone? This is Christian Duke. You're watching Everything Else Channel on YouTube, everythingelsechannel.com. If at any point during this video you like it, please give it a thumbs up. Also, please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single video, and leave a comment down below. Again, guys, just a little tip. I know that a lot of people are really big into trying to win over a law enforcement officer on a roadside stop. And I'm going to tell you that that is not going to get you out of a ticket. It's just going to incriminate you. What if the officer stopped you for having, out-of-date plates? And there you go, say, I ran a red light. Okay, well, now you're going to get a ticket for that too. Now, what you could do is be respectful. You should be respectful, not just to police, but to everybody. It's a great way to treat others. Treat others the way you want them to treat you, right? Be respectful. If they want to see your ID, give them your ID. I mean, they've pulled you over, right? Provided that they pulled you over for a lawful reason. If they say to you, do you know why I pulled you over? You could say, no, officer, I don't. Why did you pull me over? Now, if they say you ran a red light or you're speeding or whatever the case may be, at that point, I would give them my driver's license. If they say, may I search your vehicle? Hey, that's up to you. Me, I would say no. Why do you need to search my vehicle if I ran a red light, or if I didn't come to a complete stop at a red light, or if I didn't use my blinker to turn? You know what I mean? So the reality of the matter is that a lot of times I've been pulled over probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 times over the last 2 or 3 years. How many tickets have I gotten? 0. It's because I've been polite. And a couple times I've been in a jam, maybe, let me see. One time it was close to New Year's, or New Year's had just happened, and the officer was so nice. I had just left the gym. He's like, I don't want to ruin your holiday. That's like super cool. Another time I was involved in a little bit of a road rage incident with an undercover. I didn't realize he was undercover. And I did flip him off. I mean, I wasn't very happy with him. He wasn't driving to my satisfaction. So I just gave him the universal salute, and he gave it back. And and then he told me he was a cop, which I thought was kind of like, I mean, if we're involved in a roadside tit for tat and you're every bit as much, doing the tat, then to pull the cop card, I thought was kind of weak, but, nothing happens. One time, many years ago, this was probably, I was working security in Plantation, Florida. So this would have been like between 98 and 2000. I had just gotten my Dodge Colt fixed. Dodge Colt is like not a fast car, by any means. And this car was just like always giving me trouble, like, going from first to second to third, in other words, like taking off kind of thing. And I had just spent like $900 to get it fixed. And I was going like probably like 80 or 85 in a 70. And the cop was like, you were speeding. I clocked you. Why were you speeding? I said, just to be honest with the officer, I wasn't trying to be funny. I was just being completely, like one of those moments of just sheer honesty. I told him, I just spent $900. This car never takes off. I just wanted to like test it out a little bit. He's like, no problem. I understand. Try not to go so fast. He let me go. Didn't give me a warning. He gave me a warning, I suppose, but nothing on paper. It was just like a verbal warning, and that was it. So again, it's like, do they have quotas? Absolutely. Have some police departments, like in Waldo, Florida, been shut down by the government because they're speed traps? Absolutely. And they may tell you that they don't have quotas, and they may tell you that it's just a completely arbitrary thing. But like here in Louisville, LMPD has its own traffic unit. All they do is write tickets. They have like the unmarked black Mustang. I think they have an unmarked black Jeep or SUV of some sort. And they go above and beyond, to give traffic tickets. And we still have huge stretches of highway that are 55 miles an hour, which is a complete joke. It's a travesty. 55 miles an hour. That's like most highways are 65, 70. There's some in Michigan that are 75. But 55, that's just a joke. That's just a recipe to write tickets. You know what I mean? But the reality of the matter is that whether you're on the highway, whether you're on a side street, you know, a busy intersection, whatever the case may be. If a law enforcement officer pulls you over and asks you, do you know why I stopped you? I just think it's a really bad idea to start, you know, you coming up with ideas for why they stopped you. You know, you look at the case in Tallahassee, Florida, where the state attorney, or a state attorney, was pulled over. The first African-American state attorney in Florida was pulled over for no reason. They ran her plates for no reason. The video's gone viral. You can see it, you know, and she, of course, asked for their business cards because she's going to jam them up. They can't be doing that. But the reality of the matter is, if you got pulled over, chances are you did something wrong. Don't indict yourself. Don't incriminate yourself. Everything that you say can be used against you. And not only can it be used against you, it's probably taped on their body cam. So, I mean, you try, cross-examining a videotape. You just can't do it. So, and not to say that you would say you didn't say something when you said it. I'm just saying, don't give yourself away, or don't, because again, like, they may have stopped you for not coming to a complete stop, and there you are telling them that you didn't pass your inspection, or, I don't know, whatever. Same thing with how much have you drank tonight? Again, it's just one of those things. You've got a Fifth Amendment right not to incriminate yourself. So why do it? If you're in a bad situation, I get it. You want to win over the cop, but that's just, again, not worth you incriminating yourself. It's just not. The same thing in a police interrogation. They say that imitation is the greatest form of flattery, I suppose. I think that's how the saying goes. And you watch a lot of cop shows. Well, a lot of cop shows, they have the famous or infamous interrogation scenes where you've got a good cop and a bad cop, and they play you and they lie to you. And just like my video on how cops or how police will identify you, they will lie. Like the guy that tried to ID me in the back parking lot of my office at 11 o'clock at night, saying he was there because of that silver SUV there has been driving around police officers' homes. Well, that silver SUV hasn't moved at the time, hadn't moved in 3 years. This was 2 years ago and still hasn't moved in 5 years now. And I think it belongs to the maintenance guy. That SUV hasn't been anywhere. Now, did the officer break the law by lying to me? No, they lie all the time. They're able to lie. They're allowed to lie to get you to tell the truth. You know what I mean? They can tell you that they're going to give you all sorts of plea deals. Cops can't give plea deals. Only prosecutors can. But you may not know that. So the reality of the matter is, do you know why I stopped you? No, officer, I don't. Why did you stop me? Would be the way that I would go about it.